Hey, what's going on, guys? John here. Tomorrow's the 4th of July, and I have everything that I'm going to shoot off all wired up, ready to go. I'm going to post the video tomorrow once I get it all set up, get it all wired in, and how I do it. I'm going to be using these cheap Chinese firing system. Now, one of the reasons I want to make this video is I know there's a lot of you guys out there that have these, or I've seen a lot of giveaways on different people's fireworks channels, and you can get them on eBay, 20-30 bucks. I think that's where I got mine. I actually have a third one around somewhere. I can't find it. But one of the things last year, I got screwed up. If you remember in the last video, I said the final didn't go off. And part of the reason is with these here Chinese things. Let me show you here. That one just turned on, so we'll go with this one. Alright, so there is right here, if you can see that little hole there, you have to put a paper clip in there. And you have to sync it in with the remote. If I push number 5 now, it should blink. If I blink, that fired. 6, fired. Okay. 7, fired. 8, fired. Alright. Now, another thing, I didn't know that last year. I did a little research online, and I found out 2 of these here weren't in line with the remote. So I had everything hooked up, and I'm pushing buttons, and nothing's happening. Another thing that I did, since I'm using 2 of them, is I put remote A, fire A, 1, 2, and 3. So now, on this other box, because I'm going to be using both of them this year, I have B. You know, B1, B2, B3, remote B. Now, we were just using A2 over here, so we'll use B2 over here. It's going to have the same numbers, 5 and 6. So what I want to show you is once you set this remote to these units themselves, like when I push 5 here, see 5 went off there, but didn't go off over here. Now I can, if I put a paper clip in here and I pushed 5, both of these units would go off. That's another problem that I had. I'm pushing buttons on the one remote, and stuff's firing on other things that it was a mess. It was a nightmare. But one of the biggest things is with these cheap things is they do work. They do work. But you gotta sync the remote in with each box. When they come in the box, when you get them, they're not set up. You have to set them up. So as you can see, I'm on A2, that's my A remote, and I hit fire on 5, that goes off, this doesn't. Now if I hit fire on the B1, that goes off, and that doesn't. Alright? So that's why I want to show you guys real quick. Anybody that's getting these, has these, gonna use them tomorrow for the first time. If you have multiple ones like I do, you know, I would leather them up so you know which is which. And then obviously once I hook all this up and I have it all into here, I'm gonna have each cue written down on a piece of paper so I know what's going off at what time and when I want to shut it off. Now, I did think about getting the Cobra firing system. You know, it's top of the line, top notch. You could do just about everything with it. My problem is I only do this for like the 4th of July and you know, like New Year's Eve or something, you know. So for the 1 or 2 times a year that I do these fireworks, it doesn't justify me spending, you know, $500 to get that. Now, if I started to try to do shows and stuff like that and get an ATF license and all that stuff, then I would definitely invest in a better firing system. But for what I do, and for, you know, there's not a lot there, a little bit. For a little bit that I do for the holidays, these Chinese things work fairly well. As long as you have them paired up with the remote paired up with each individual modular that you're hooking it up to. Alright guys, that's it. As you can see, I'm all wired up, ready to go. I want to give anybody new with these Chinese things an idea how they work, so they don't end up like I was last year, pushing buttons and nothing's either going off or stuff's going off that shouldn't be going off. Because I don't know if you know it or not, when you get these in the mail, they don't come with any kind of instructions. So you got to kind of figure it out on your own. So hopefully that helps somebody out there, and get you guys another video tomorrow once I get this all on the ground and lay it out and hooked up, and then we'll show you the final product that night when it goes up in the air. Alright guys, thanks for watching.